Hello, how are we doing? 800 XTs is here. Gonna check out some Starfield. 4K. It's probably not going to be that great in 4K, but I thought I'd give it a go at least. Can always drop it down if it's particularly bad. Only issue I've had is this. So my GPU's in my PC, but the BIOS switch. I don't know. There's no indication as to which side is what. So I don't know right now what mode I'm in. I don't know if I'm in silent or performance. No idea. Usually it says, all my other cards, it normally says on the card what it is, but couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't find it in the manual or anything either. Isn't that great? Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Is it always the same way? Hang on. So on my 4080, it's the switch is right. That's performance. On my 4070. Oh, okay, on my 4070 it's left, so yeah, I mean, it needs to tell me. Otherwise, how do you know? It's not a general rule, it's always the same way. Lazy gamer, yo, how's my ear? Oh, it's worse. I tried to like clear it out today and it's just made it worse. Right now I can only hear out of my left. So I've only got sound in my headphones coming out the left. I'm just not going to touch it for like a couple of days and see what happens. And doesn't look like... Do we not get memory junction? Have a quick look. Doesn't look like we do. Do I have it anywhere? I check in HWiNFO. Don't know if we do. Probably the same as my it's the same on the 7600, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't have it in there either. Alright, we'll have to leave that as it is. Microphone, yo, Zero Cool, hello. Random guy, yo. Brave playing this at 4. Well, I thought I'd check it out because, I mean, overall, by the sounds of it, this card, I mean, the 6800 XT is actually outperforms it in some games, which is kind of nuts. But you can do some 4K on the 6800 XT. It's going to be the same on this. Some games are probably better. Well, definitely some games will be better than others. I thought I'd at least just give it a go first though and see how it does. See how it compares up to everything else. It would probably play it easily at 1440p. Well, not I say easily, but above 60. But so play with everything maxed. Just check it out native first. I thought worst case scenario, if it is particularly bad, I can always drop it down. It's easier for me to drop down the res than it is to increase the res, because I'd change the res down on Windows. So. But I'll do a video probably where I do 4K, 1440p and 1080p just so you can see all together. Okay. I mean, 40 FPS, easy. Oh no, what was that? Did you see that? It was like a box underneath him. Or underneath her. Check out in the forest. Doesn't dip down too much. Look at these temps on my 49 degrees. Whew. That is definitely going to creep up. Damn, I need to... I can't really even hear the game. My ear's so ruined. Don't get, like, huge, insane drops. I thought maybe we'd drop a fair bit. In the kind of trees and stuff, but... pretty smooth. Power as well doesn't look too bad, 260. I didn't actually look at what the TDP was on this. Probably something I should know, isn't it? I just know it's going to be less than 450, so I don't really... I guess the Sapphire Nitro, which has the 3 power cables, probably draws more. I was considering getting that one, but it was like 580 quid. I was like, that's too much. 263 apparently. That's a very odd amount. Well, we're pretty much at the max, aren't we? $50 question. What, 50 FPS? Yeah, up here, yeah. Closer to 40s when we're down below. You'll definitely get above 60 in some areas on this, definitely. When we're in space and stuff, we'll be above 60. But in like the cities and stuff, you are definitely looking at probably 40 or less. I don't really have the guns for this. Yeah, the cooling looks very good so far. The card is big, so it makes sense. Probably the biggest. What would I say? It's probably a similar size to my 4070 actually. Maybe slightly bigger. But for its price, I'd say not too bad. 40 FPS at 4K for 500 quid on this game compared to the other stuff. Next, here up, I haven't actually checked the 7900 XT out. Obviously, the XTX doesn't do massively better, to be honest. I mean, it's obviously better frames. You're at 60, but it's going to cost you... obviously, depending on where you live, but for me, the XTX was over double the price of this. And you'd gain, what, 10 to 20 FPS more, probably. So, that's like an extra 500-600... Well, I probably spent an extra over £600 on the XTX compared to this. That's pretty big difference. There's another guy somewhere. There's another one down there. Who's that? Is that my teammate?
My partner thinks spacers will want to rob this place. Things out here always need fixing.
And that's just some random guy. Lord Akato, yo. Should see a doctor. Wow. I mean, you'd be lucky to see a doctor in like weeks on the NHS probably. So it'd probably be fine by the time I get an appointment anyway. Still don't know how I can get off the ladder. Oh well, if it continues, if mine is still really bad in like a week, I'll... But that's the problem in England though, is that it'll literally take you like a week or two to get a doctor, at least where I live. Probably be fun by then. Can I just take this ship? Oh my god, I can. Should we take it? Oh my god. If you land on a planet or grav jump to another system, the ship will become your home ship. How do I see the stats of this ship? If I go... Is it better than what I've got? No, so this one's... The shields are... Although the MSL, whatever that is... Could sell it though. 91,000. I could sell that. I might do that. Overwhelming power. What, the GPU power? It's not bad for 4K. I thought it'd probably be worse. I'll still check out New Atlantis. It might maybe get a bit worse than this, but here at least, not too bad. But that's the only thing that bugs me about these cards is it's the same as like the 7900 XT as well a little bit, is that it doesn't like outright play 4K. Do you know what I mean? Like there'll be a lot of games where I could easily play 4K above 60 with this, but not every game, which kind of then bothers me. Like if you want a 1440p card, then it's fine, you can count on it being able to do that. But if you want a 4K card, in my opinion, you need to go high, you know? You need to go higher because there's just no... There's no guarantee it'll do 4K.
I do.
Which, I think you end up with these cards in these weird realms where, like, they're solid for, like, the lower res. And they'll do some games, and it's like, I don't know. If I wanted a 4K card, then I'd want it to be solid in 4K, where, like, I don't need to question if it could play it or not. I know, like, so for example, with my 4090, well, I mean, that even struggles to play 4K in some games, but as an overall majority, that's like, the games it struggles is more an issue with the game as opposed to the actual card, but I know I'm going to be able to do 4K. If the game's developed and optimized well, I know it'll do 4K, where this is a bit of a sort of lucky dip of like, it might be able to do it above 60, but it might not. Few people have both, yeah. Can use FSR, yeah, but I'm sort of counting without that. I don't really count that. If you need FSR for it to play above 60, then the card's not good enough, as far as I'm concerned. For that res, at least. Like, it's good to have that tech, and yeah, you could use it to to be able to play at that, but I don't consider that card good enough to play it like natively at that res. If it can't play natively at that res, because I could buy a 4060, run it in DLSS Ultra performance with frame generation on and play at 4K, but I don't consider it a 4K card. You know? Like, you'd probably get 60, I think, if you did that, but like, I don't consider that like being able to play 4K. There's another guy over here still. That guy just tried to melee me.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Don't have to use max settings. No, but I think if I'd rather play 1440p max settings than 4K medium, personally. Like, I think you'd be much better off playing with everything maxed out. I'm bleeding, apparently. I got burns. How am I liking this card? It's alright. I mean, I've only literally played for 10 minutes. First game I've tried. It seems alright. Have to try other games first before I can really give a definitive answer, but not too bad. Even 4K on this game is not. I thought it'd be worse. Control panel keeps crashing. What do you mean by control panel? You mean adrenaline? AMD control panel. You mean like adrenaline? If you've got any issues with AMD drivers, from my experience, just roll back. Just go back to a previous version. Had to do it quite a few times. That'll usually, that's the quickest fix.
Sorry, company policy is only employees are allowed on the ship. If you step foot on here, I'm out of
Adrenaline, yeah, I don't even install adrenaline because I hate it. But I mean, your two options is either just do the driver only install and not have adrenaline, or roll back your driver. I don't. What you specifically need adrenaline for?
Excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services technician on New Atlantis. They'll take it from there. Thanks for bailing me out of the...
That too, yeah. You could DDU and try it all again, but the attitude of I've got the same driver and I don't have a problem, it doesn't really... That doesn't mean anything. He doesn't have the same computer as you, so... Just because he's got the same driver doesn't mean it'll work for everyone. But definitely try DDUing it if you haven't already. Or even the same card, like, it doesn't mean... I know people who had an Intel Arc, same card, same driver as me, but I had a ton of issues. It doesn't... Just because you have the same thing doesn't always mean you both won't have problems. One of you could have problems, one might not. It could be something else on your PC. Where is it telling me to go? Neon, this would be interesting.
Let us stick to business here, and hopefully business has nothing to do with Aurora.
Got almost 60 FPS here. Oh, okay. Not about the 40s to 50s.
Seems like the
Still not that bad though. Holds up pretty good.
Hi, hello, and welcome to Terra Brew. How may I serve you?
Armored Core. Maybe at some point. Yeah, it should play that game no problem.
Oh, the Ryujin order.
I'll try test games first that are like actually tough to run. That game's not really very hard to run.
And this.
It won't hit the cap, I doubt. At 4K it won't. Because the XTX sometimes dipped, even that alone, so it'll be above 60 at 4K.
Getting coffee.
I'll maybe try and do a video.
That high and mighty Ularu Chen just to get replaced by this nobody? Yeah, I bet you are.
Find it easier to
No one's
record.
ever sorry in
Well, yeah,
this
I mean, your options are either
Now that I've
DDU,
been terminated,
wipe all
it's
of your
only a
drivers
matter
and
of time
reinstall
before they
them.
sink you after me.
Um,
So I'm taking matters into my own
obviously,
hands.
not having adrenaline's not an option anymore, but
It's either you or me.
I
rolling
think
back the
you
driver.
have grossly misunderstood the situation.
2 options.
If you put the gun down, perhaps we can come to an understanding.
You want to talk? I'll tell you
Do I
what.
think 4K
You
Cyberpunk's
had
possible on
one
this
chance to
card?
prove
No.
You deserve this job.
What settings?
Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail.
I would say even with anything on, even if you had everything on high at 4K, I don't think so. Ray tracing off as well, I don't even think you'd be at 60. I will try out Cyberpunk though. With path, if you're talking about path tracing on, absolutely not. No, it would be like 1 FPS on this card probably. My 7900 XT couldn't even do it, so this won't be able to.
Do I look like I care about what you want? Don't make me laugh. I pull this trigger, you're dead.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to go for the 6. Oh, look, he smashed it.
Just be a coincidence. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me.
And even FSR won't give you 4K 60 in Cyberpunk. You need FSR 3.
When I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down.
But I don't know what settings you're talking about.
You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
Medium to low for yeah, but like I say, that's ray tracing off as well. And then back to my other point, I really wouldn't bother playing at 4K at that point. I'd rather just play 1440p with higher settings.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Receive the best coffee anywhere in the galaxy. Terra Brew. Enjoy a cup right now. You are the best, and you share it.
So over a frame rate, not too bad here. It's between like 40 and 60-ish in that range.
You didn't hear this right.
So I thought it'd be worse here. There's my stuff that I dropped. Sorry, hello.
coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? Personal. Huh. I suppose that's one way to put it. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas...
Does it perform well? It's okay.
Ryujin has enough
Depends where you are.
Neon that an
On the
incident
planet,
like
we're
this
about
is
40
never
FPS-ish average.
Deception aside,
Indoors
some
and
of us are
stuff, like
impressed
we
that
are
you
here,
can handle
probably
the
see about
situation
60.
and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations. You've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
You were right to talk the situation through.
Better than 4090? No. Are you mad, bruh?
You say that now, but let's move on to the details. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential.
Yeah, I'll probably do a video
Your
on
main
Star Wars,
duty
yeah.
is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business.
Have a look at the frame
Any
generation.
questions so far? Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Option spacesuits. Hide spacesuits in settlements. There it is. How do I know if that's on? Pressing it. Doesn't look like... I mean, nothing happens. You see me pressing it? Oh, I see. It's changing. Hide. Hide spacesuits, but it doesn't do anything. More FPS than yeah, but you're comparing two different situations. It doesn't, I don't think, beat the 4080 on the planet. On the planet, we were getting like 40 FPS or less. You're comparing being indoors. The 4080 here would probably be getting like 80 to 90 FPS in this specific scenario. What have I got to do? Wait. Yeah, I have the XFX Merc. What's the mission? Meet. This isn't bugged, is it?
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility.
Gotta just talk to him.
But Terra Brew it is. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired
4080 in this game should be around yeah, but it's an AMD sponsored game. Saying it should be around that is one thing, but it's going to perform better on AMD cards.
Likewise. Anyway, it's good.
No matter how good the card is, it's still going to perform better on an AMD card.
The question now is how much work are you going to be?
As much as the 4090.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team.
The game's
So,
gift key?
Any precautions you can take.
What do you mean?
Would be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. If only pleasure was the word for it. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause
If there
us
would be
in
no
witnesses,
NVIDIA's RTX
getting arrested
politics, I
are
would...
my troubles. So
What do you
steer
mean?
clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. Let's hope your best is good enough.
Oh, the giveaway. Yeah. Yeah, we had 2 winners. I'll probably do something like that again at some point. There was like over 100 people, so... I was hoping I would get a game key with my card, my 7800 XT. I could give another one away, but I didn't get a free one.
And junior operative the next.
For some reason.
Gamden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Yeah, it's always nice to put names to faces. And we rarely see most of the operatives around here.
Can't decide between an...
Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your
7800
position don't
X079. What resolution are you playing at?
But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind.
Hunter Gaming, hello.
Thanks for the coffee.
If you're doing 1440p, I'd say this card. I wouldn't bother with the 900 XT. I'd just save the money.
Who you'll be impacting while on the job.
This is perfectly good for 1440p.
I can only imagine.
I'd just save that money and spend it on something else.
We have reason to believe that our friends at KeltCorp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. My words exactly. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at KeltCorp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there.
Ray tracing, right, yeah. I mean, if you want ray tracing, then yeah, I mean, Nvidia's got the best performance for that. I think it'll be like that for a while as well. I don't see the whole thing turning up, you know, on side its head anytime soon. I think Nvidia will lead that still for a while.
Hamza kept pestering me about his damn missing slate. Like security's got time to track something like that.
30%, yeah, it does, yeah. It goes to even 35% on my, when I've got like 4090 and stuff, it can go to 35.
I'm glad I ended up at KeltCorp.
Oh no. So that's this level. Smashed it.
Neon security! Stop immediately. What do you want to do for the break, Lizard?
I don't know, but I got.
Run.
Stop in the name of the law.
Yeah, with frame generation, yeah, I mean, you can get insane amount of frames with frame generation. You're inserting an AI generated frame or whatever between a rendered frame, so yeah, you can get, you know, you can double FPS. Ferdy, hello, I'm good, how are you? He likes my accent. Thanks. Proper British. Proper.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
I'm gonna sell that ship that I stole,
In the trade tower.
and then use it all to just
Explicitly told you
upgrade.
If you recall,
Upgrade my current
setbacks mean a lot
ship,
of
make it an
things for a
absolute
lot of
beast.
people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews.
I'll never lose another space battle.
The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. Lucky for you, there'll be no docks in pay today. Just try to be more careful in the future. So, you've gotten caught in the past. Now's the time to make new habits. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of.
It actually performs worse than the 6800 XT in some games.
Mischief. Let's try your hand at a little framing.
From what I saw.
One of
Sometimes
our
better, sometimes
subsidiaries,
worse.
Afterburner, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company. Good. This one should be easy to pull off. Laredo has their own building, unlike KeltCorp, so at least there's only a single layer of security to deal with. Here's the slate we need you to plan.
Not British English. Oh, right. Yeah, I know what you meant, though, by British English, but yeah, it's just English, I guess. The original.
Now, get going.
To be fair, though, half my spelling is like American English, because when I'm coding, you know, you get stuff like color is spelt in the American way, you know? Or you get like grey is spelt in the American way. So I'm spelling it in the English way and then being like, why is this not, you know, why is this error? Oh, it's American. Oh, 36 FPS.
Security? The effort to make this place livable is astounding. There's no end to what can be accomplished when there are credits to be made.
Bottle of water. I don't really talk like that though. I'd say bottle of water. That's a bit more. It's a bit more like Cockney water.
Always a such environment. Return to your ship.
Here where I do need to go. I need to go figure out how to get ship resources. But I also need to take stuff out of here. And just get rid of it. Ship parts. There is so much rubbish in here. Bottle of water. Americans say that R's like really weird. They say like mirror. Stuff like that. It's always the R, the pronunciation on the R is always quite different. What system is it? Do I think Team makes good SSD? I've never heard of it. Not heard of that. Not heard of that brand. I'm not sure if it's sold here. Is it? Is it? What? It is. I've just never come across it. So I'm not sure I can really comment on it. I've never used it myself. I don't really know anything about it. So FPS doesn't drop too bad. I saw 35, which is about roughly what we had on that planet as well. It's a kind of lowest of like 30, 35. Obviously not amazing for 4K, but I definitely thought it'd be worse. Wonder if we get any bottleneck stuff up here. 99%. I think we're pretty good. Monster. Scottish accent. I always quite like the Geordie accent, Newcastle. I always found that quite endearing. Like northern accents sound like really cozy. I don't know how to describe it. Really like friendly. I'll just go to the spaceport. I think I did. But I'm trying to go to a shop, but I don't know. Security office. The inventory. It is full, yeah. We're over, but I've got nowhere to store stuff at the moment. And I'm bleeding, and it's just all going wrong. We're gonna have to get rid of stuff. Drop it all here. Dump it. I only had to drop 2 things. I'm trying to find the guy that I can buy like spaceship stuff from. Hotel and shopping. And I could also do... I can't move. I could also do with a medic as well.
Holy shit!
This is not the place. What were the other options on the transit thing? What is the Mars District? Neon, yeah. Yeah, we were just there though. I mean, I know it's definitely, there's a ship guy here, I just don't know where it is. I'd have the same issue in Neon as well. It must be back where we were, because that's the commercial district, no? But I need a doctor as well. I wish there was an easier way to find this stuff. Oh, what's this here? Distribution center.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you might need. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until...
Make sure to like the stream as well, guys. Get as many likes as we can.
I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
What's she got for sale?
I hope we have what you need.
Nothing. Nothing worth buying. Do I just go, you know what? I'm just going to where I actually know. I'm going to the city, which is the one we need to go to anyway for the mission. I might just do that, because I actually know where the medic and the thing is there. Just wasting time here. I'll find it one day. How's the performance? Not too bad, Andy. I mean, it's not amazing. Obviously, at 4K, you know, when you compare it with everything, it's not amazing. Like we're under 40 FPS here. But I thought it'd be worse. We've the lowest we've had, I think, is 30 FPS we hit, and we're kind of close to that now as well. So it's not really going to do too good. You won't have a consistent 60. You can hit 60 in some places, indoors and stuff, but... This is native 4K, yeah, no, I'm not using FSR. But it's smooth though, like it's not stuttering loads or anything like that. I thought it'd be worse. I thought maybe it'd be like 20 or 25 or something consistently, but it's not quite as bad as that.
You think I can patch you up? Or if you need supply, let's have a look at you. Damn, deputy. You're lucky to be all in one piece.
Yeah, 14. I wouldn't say it was an outright 1440p card, really.
Hold still now.
I would say there's a lot of games that could do 4K.
It'll be pleasant. Hope you're ready. Okay, Ranger, that's
I
about it.
I would say it's like
Go on
somewhere in
now. This
between.
Collective ain't gonna protect itself.
I wouldn't say it was an out-and-out 1440p card, but I wouldn't say it was a out-and-out 4K card either.
Stay safe.
It's really going to depend what game you're playing. You could play FSR with 4K. You could do, but I don't really count. I don't really count upscaling as being a performance. Like I said earlier, I could play 4K on my 4060. I could switch DLSS down to ultra performance and turn frame generation on. I could play 4K, but I don't consider that a 4K performance card because it can't do it. It needs software. It needs upscaling software to be able to do it. I don't consider that a 4K. You can pretty much play 4K on everything. If you drop down the render resolution enough, you could probably play 4K on pretty much anything. You know, you could drop down to 1% render resolution, you know, but I don't count that. I don't count that as actually being able to play at 4K because you're not. Unless you can play it natively, then you don't have the power. The power to actually play 4K there. But you could play in 4K with FSR, sure, but that doesn't mean, in my opinion, that doesn't make it a 4K card, if that makes sense.
Anything I can help you with?
It was made, yeah, it was made for 1440p, but it can do a lot of 4K.
Hey, what can I do for you?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say it's out and out. Just because they say it's made for 1440p, you can play a lot of games 4K 60 and above with this. Same as a lot of cards like that. As much as they say the XTX is a 4K card, but it can't do every game 4K. You know? I would still consider it a 4K card, though. Vice versa.
Looks to me like you've already...
That's what I'm saying, like, regardless of what they intended it to do, the performance-wise is, like, somewhere in between. Because the 6800 XT was like that as well. It was the same.
Sure, how about it?
And we're not even that far off in this game either. Overall, like our average is probably... The overall average, you're probably looking at like 45 FPS to 50, which is not that bad. Anything above 60, you'd consider at that point it's a 4K 60. If you could play 4K 60, you'd consider that a pretty good ability to be able to do 60 FPS. Which, if I'm hitting that in this game, you could probably do 4K 60 in quite a lot of games on this. Like, no problem. Oh, did I lose the other ship? No. Did I lose the ship? I was going to sell that. That was like 100,000. Why is that making the shields worse? Get the big engines on it. Now we need damage. 38. There's not really anything that increases it that much.
I'm sure you can find something.
I've got to find this guy though so I can buy the ship parts. That's the only issue. I've got to find him on New Atlantis. Because I can't buy ship parts from this guy.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches.
Unless there's a shop somewhere. Is there a shop in the... You play 4K on the... Yeah, like, I'm not saying you can't, but I don't consider the 2060 a 4K card. Just because you can use upscaling, that doesn't, in my opinion, really count. If you can't do it natively, then I don't consider it like a out and out. Like I said, you could do 4K on probably a lot. Like, if you reduce resolution enough, you could probably do that on most cards that couldn't do it normally. But I don't really count that, though, as... And then that's also a very slippery slope because you end up charging insane amounts of money for really bad cards, but they use upscaling to, like, you know, we do not want to end up in that situation, which we're starting to end up in that already.
You chose to visit us today.
Don't want to fall down the hole of, like, having to use upscaling. Like, there's no alternative but to use that. I don't... It's not a good route.
Here's what I have in stock right now.
There's not enough to do around here.
Like, if you're spending $1,000 or more, you want it to be able to play 4K and not have to rely on any form of software to enhance it. Is that and that one? That and that one. Boom. Oh no. Okay. How did I get my XT so early? What do you mean? It came out yesterday. It's not that early, is it? It came out yesterday. I bought it yesterday and then it came today. Some people had it 3 or 4 days ago. I would say that was early. Oh no, don't do it to me. I had to put it in there. Got ya.
Need help? Miss Lance is just downstairs.
He built the ship in a certain way so they really... That's funny. I did see some, like... I don't know if it was on Reddit, but I saw people making the Star Wars ships, which was cool. Let me just look quick and see... Is there like a spaceship? All I need to buy... I just need to buy ship parts so I can heal. General store. And this guy might have some in. If there's anyone in here. Nope.
Everyone needs supplies.
That's the gun shop. That's the bank. I don't know. I might have to Google it where it is in New Atlantis. Programmed it to hit geometric center. Well, I mean, that's like easy mode. That would help a lot though, because I mean, the space fights, when they shoot you, it is nuts. In that, when you spawn, they just all, like 4 or 5 of them are spawned in front of you, and they're just all shooting you. And even although I've upgraded the engines on my ship, so maybe it's better now. Do I go for it? Go for it again.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
What was it? Listen. What was that main mission? It's this. I'll try it out now with the current ship upgrades. I'll quick save it. Quick save it so that I can just reload it when I'm stuck, when I can't get out. Moment of truth. Oh my god. Hello, Joe. Like, look, like, that's insane. And I got no boosts. Shield's gone. This repair thing still doesn't work. I don't get it. I had the ship parts, but... I'm dead. It's so hard. It's insane. I've just upgraded my ship as well. It's actually wild. Like, how insane is that? One more day and it's the weekend. It is, yeah. Can he wait? Although it's unbearably hot here. So I'll probably be at my computer most of the weekend, which is pretty unpleasant in the heat.
Cause any trouble?
Because I think today it was like 30, 31 degrees again. A rave?
Hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done?
In a disused warehouse.
Excellent. I'll let Ilaro know that we can start moving forward with our negotiations. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. Nice to see I haven't worn you out yet. Your next assignment is to find the security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Not gonna need bailing out. There's this weird bug as well. I think I mentioned it before. I'm not even sure what it is, but whenever it loads, like there when I'm going the lift, and it opens and I'm there, right? It won't let me walk forward. You have to wait a sec and then go and then walk. It just really bugs me. It stops you from walking for like a split second. Like, look, I can't walk, and then I can. You see? It's like, it's really annoying. It's kind of got more and more on my nerves the more I played. I should keep the screen black until you can actually move. It's almost like it loads you in quicker, so like you can see the image, but it's not actually loaded in, so you can't move. It's like, they should delay that. Damiano, hello. Look at that. FPS varies again quite a lot between third and first in the spaceship. 80 FPS here. 66 FPS here. FPS, yeah, in the cities and stuff it does, and some of the planets it really tanks, yeah. Same on all the cards I've tested, though.
Got a call, someone's power could go now.
Don't even think of no loitering. No. I got my eye on you. You sure you belong here?
40s, yeah. In New Atlantis it can drop to 35.
You lost, cause you don't. You lost.
Oh no.
I got my eye on. No loitering. No. Don't even.
Not again. Don't give me another mission that I can't do. That is like the 5th mission I now can't do. It's not good. Get on the planet. See what it's like. Might see better frames on this because it's dark. Although it's raining. Which on that snowy map, when it was snowing, that wrecked my frames.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Yeah, it's the same on here.
It seems unusually quiet here. It's rarely a good sign.
Any enemies? Can I get on the... Can I nick the ship? Oh. Stuttering then. Look at my lows then. 0.1% is 9 now. And as soon as we go inside... Oh, normally it gets better.
This does not look to have been motivated by theft. That may make it worse.
You can still ship. You can still ship. Yeah, I stole one earlier. But the issue is that it looked like it saved the ship, and I was going to sell it. It was worth like 100k, but when I went to find it in my inventory, it disappeared. You can do it in. You can do it to people in space as well, like ships. You can, if you damage them enough, you can then like commandeer them. What is going on in here? Which, yeah, that 100k would have really... I could have then used that to improve my ship loads, but...
What do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? Yeah, make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll. Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I'm a...
What we're thinking so far on this card then? 500?
I came here on a...
500 quid.
Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in.
Not too bad. It'd be solid 1440p.
Left of the settlers, the work of Oxysio Machina, a terramorph, one of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with, and this one, well,
I'll dip it down to 1440p here and see if we can hit 60.
Possibly a worrying one.
A terramorph? Here? Why did you not state that immediately?
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge.
Is the performance good?
The plant's
it's okay. 4K is okay. It's gonna... Performance at 4K on this is going to be dependent on the game, really. Sometimes it'll be alright, sometimes it's not going to be so good.
But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
Let me... I'll go down to 1440p. I'll do it for a sec, because it's going to look a bit dodge on my... Still not even getting... Still not getting 60. Just under. Hovering around there, but this is a hard area to run, so... If we're hitting almost 60 here, you can almost guarantee overall it's probably in and around there. Like in space and indoors and stuff, it'll probably be higher than 60.
Connection restored. I'll make this
So it seems kind of hovering around there.
Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you.
Power usage gone down a little bit, I think. I'll try it with FSR. We drop it down a little bit.
And you'll lead it right into a crossfire.
77%.
Hello? I wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors
Doesn't really give
around
us
the
much.
facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tab.
How's the game so far? It's good.
So how close the terramorph is.
It's decent. I like it.
But it's not connected to
Best
this
not to
network.
leave anything useful
There
behind.
should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 180.
Tune it to, what did you say?
3.5.
183.5. Boom. Ruthless, thanks for subscribing. How do I unboxed? What are the settings?
Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes, they're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Never really that impressed by these optimized settings things, because we tried the Red Dead Redemption one before, and like, yeah, okay, you get a higher FPS, but the game looks quite bad. I'd always much prefer to play with higher settings. Like, of course you can gain higher FPS by just turning all the settings down, but I mean, let me know what they are and I can do it. Only real performance upgrade we saw from yesterday was pretty much by switching everything on medium or low. Everything else didn't really make things much better. So like, you should see over 60 if we do this, but we've got FSR on as well, so that doesn't really make a ton of difference. So even everything on low, still not even hitting 60 here. So, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I'd always much rather just switch down to 1440p, play with ultra settings, as opposed to switching settings down at 4K. There's an enemy I see on the radar. Oh my god, it's that thing. Oh my god, it's in it! Oh my god. Ah! Just keep it with all the turrets. Noise.
Do you think on the occasion we would be allowed to take some Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or...
Wait. You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a
1440p. Can have a look. The only thing is FSR does like nothing in this game. Unless you drop it to like 60% or something. But the game looks terrible if you do that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, I would never ever advocate for anyone to do that.
You didn't happen to grab me.
I'd rather drop the resolution before I did that. Anything below what FSR quality would be, which I think is 77%.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs.
Which we had that on, and it just doesn't really make much difference. We need FSR 3 really. So even like you're seeing, everything on low just doesn't... It gives us higher frames, but just not enough. You don't see like a difference like you'd see in other games. You know, dropping everything from ultra to low and you gain like maybe 20 FPS. It's not much, is it? It's 67, is it? So, yeah, I mean, we should technically, if we drop down to that, you'd probably see 60, but... It's just not... We've gained 7 FPS, you know? Maybe at a push, 10. We've gained 10 FPS. You know, normally you'd see an average of like at least 20 from like upscaling quality preset.
Hopefully this isn't as concerning as it seems.
Ultra quality, that's only on FSR 1, I think. They took that out on FSR 2.
Equipment? It's not set up to do a proper
Is it better to play with HDR or that's really down to you.
Here of all places.
I don't play with it personally, but it's different on every monitor, so that'd be for you to decide whether you think it looks good or not.
But terramorphs, they're different. To our knowledge,
It might look really bad on your monitor, but I don't know.
Yet somehow,
Only you can judge that.
So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Tau Ceti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic.
Which model? The XFX Merc.
There is. There has to be. We just have to find it.
It's a pretty big card, so
I had access to one of the best
it makes
repositories of
the
paramorphic
callings
research in the
decent.
galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this?
But yeah, I had to.
Yeah, I'd do it
When I
myself,
originally
but
had my
I
old
need to call
PC
into the
case, I
university.
couldn't fix
See if
my.
can't get access
I had
to
a
that
6900 XT Merc, and it wouldn't fit in that case. I had to get a different
Maybe
case.
just stop by a hospital for a little bit.
It's longer
Clear
than.
with your commander first if you have to.
It's like
You
at
can
the
even
length
show
of my
them this.
4090, I would say.
My
Is
team
it?
tag. Tell them Hadrian.
The 6900 XT is, but this one's probably slightly smaller, but
They should recognize the
pretty long.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample.
I was going to try and get a Sapphire
Full workup.
Nitro Plus,
I don't know what
but
that
it's just too expensive.
I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not a lot, but you've definitely earned it. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars at least.
To Mars?
Please
Here we go.
Check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Right, I'm switching the res back because it's really small on my screen. But yeah, we dip below 60 even with that FSR quality setting. 67. Like, this is the only where I think you really see a jump that... But I really wouldn't want to be playing at 50% render resolution. Really not ideal. You'd ideally, in FSR 3, you'd just switch frame generation on and you just... To be honest, you could have that on and probably not even use... In this scenario at least, you could put that on. It would give you above 60 FPS and you probably wouldn't even need to use upscaling. So you wouldn't be losing any quality. I think I'm over encumbered again. It's over encumbered. This is also starting to drive me nuts. I'm carrying too much. No. Why do you not? Man, that Arsenal game was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. 2-1 United, VAR, and then 3-1. What? That's so wild. That's like Tottenham, that. That's like old Tottenham. You've turned into Tottenham. I thought Man United had won it. That was, and then they lose it 3-1.
I have things I wish to
Fed up robbed by rest. To be fair though, Man United did not, like, Man United were clinging on that whole game. Like, their first goal, United, that was their, like, first chance, wasn't it? Arsenal were absolutely all over them. I'm gonna go back to 4K just so I can get full screen. Oh, that's better. Half the frame rate. Can I get rid of this stuff? Can I increase the storage size of the ship as well? That was an option, wasn't it? Shields. ship speed. I need to do all of these. Ship cargo holds 10% more. I'm gonna need that. You were dominating? In the first half, definitely not. These absolute delusional Man United fans who think they're still going to be top 4. I mean, it's just not going to happen. You lost to Tottenham. That, you know, that should tell you everything you need to know about how you'll see this season's going to be. So Spurs fans win a few games. I'm not delusional about it at all. I don't even really know where Tottenham are going to be. Like, top 6 would be decent. I think if they play like they have been the whole season, I don't see why we couldn't be. If they can keep that up. Top 6 though, wouldn't be an insane... I don't think that'd be an insane thing for Tottenham. Pretty much had that for most seasons, apart from last season. Right, now I can get rid of this stuff. What? I just increased the capacity. I don't understand this whole cargo stuff. I'm going to take everything and just get rid of it. You can't remove cargo. Alright, that should do it. Drop everything in the ship. I should be selling this stuff really, but what about weapons? Have we got 2 of the same? What do I think about this game? I thought you got it. I think it's decent. I like it. I thought you bought it and then you refunded one and got the... Oh no, I just got rid of the cutter. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 can Ligma. I think I have zero interest in... I've watched gameplays and I'm like... This is not me. I'll get it if it's really cheap. I'll buy it, but... That game is just not me. I don't see how I could have fun. I tried to persuade myself looking at gameplays, but I'm not sure I can do it to myself. Like I say, I'll probably test it. If I can get it cheap, I'll test it, but I'll be crying whilst doing it. I know everyone loves it, but it's just, I don't think it's my vibe. Nova light. Sorry, I just got to get rid of stuff. How have I still got 324? Like, what? We're going to have to eat all this. What have we got? Genetic material, eat. What else have we got? Sandwich, eat. Bacon, eat. Whatever that is, eat. 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 Apple, eat. Poached egg. Smash that. Orange juice, smash it. Lettuce, smash it. Chicken, eggs, ramen, tofu. Cleaning this up. Shit parts. Oh my god, I've got shit parts. Get that in the hold. How do I transfer stuff? Actually, what does shit parts fall under? It's alphabetical. I don't see it. What? Why don't I see it? Ship parts. Store. What? What is going on with this container capacity thing? Nine hours in here. Are you, on this game? Are you enjoying it? Sorry, I've just got to get rid of stuff. We're basically almost unencumbered. I need to find a way to just increase the size. That's what she said. Breathe. Size of the cargo. Folder. A lot of this stuff I can sell, but we're at okay, we're under now. Quest item. Polymer. Still got shit parts, but eat that. $2.15. There we go. Drop it all. Look at that. Free. I'm free. The cargo hold is full. Not advancing conversation. Yeah, that happens. I've got about 4 or 5 missions right now that I honestly can't do. Like, it tells me to talk to someone. I can't talk to them. Just nothing happens. And I don't quite know what I'm getting wrong. Which is kind of annoying. It's likely I've actually just not listened to what I've got to do. That is a possibility. Why do you need a spacesuit? You don't. I have got the thing selected to take it off, but it just doesn't. It doesn't take it off. Potentially another bug. But it's played so far. It's played not too bad on this. 7800 XT. Not been too bad. Definitely higher FPS than I thought we'd be getting at 4K. I thought it'd be worse. Tracker, hello. I am enjoying it, yeah.
Let us just say I am
a terror.
allergic
What?
to
Have you played
How
it?
did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? You killed a terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Above and beyond.
Is it better for 1080p? What, in terms of
Some serious hazard pay on
FPS or value?
If none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample?
Overall, the 5800 XTs for most games is better.
A researcher. Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name.
You played it a lot, nice. I thought I'd played it a lot because it feels like I have played it a lot. But then I've looked at my Steam friends. Like some people are on like 50 hours.
Wow.
What?
That's a lot of commendations.
I don't understand how anyone's doing that. I'm not sure I'm on like 20 now or something, which is quite a lot. But that's like over double.
Guess that's why I'd heard the name before.
I've played it like every day. I'm like, how on earth have you done 50 hours? That's not enough time in the day, is there?
Certainly seems that way.
Clearly working remotely.
She mentioned why she thinks the sample's so special. I see.
There's no one on the office when Starfield releases.
Debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense.
Everyone's supposedly working from home.
Now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the
Multiple monitor.
help out SysDef, or deliver that
Slack on one screen with your mouse moving so that you stay active, you know? It stays green. It doesn't go red. Just so it looks like you're actually, you know, you're there. But on the other screen, you've got Starfield going.
Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
Oh, look at that. Look at those credits.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
This is all just stuff that I've just shocked.
One day, I'm gonna leave New for good.
Customer care? No. That'd be funny though. I'll put you on hold for a minute and you're just on hold for like an hour. I'm just in a space battle. Let me just put you on hold for a minute. If you're not on hold for an hour, you didn't call. Oh, I hate calling those companies. I get the same thing with EE. Last time I called them, because the network in my area is so bad. Like, they text me pretty much every week being like, you'll have no signal for 2 days. Between like Monday and Tuesday, you won't get any signal. It's like, and it's like that, like every other week that happens. I'm like, they're doing maintenance to the network, you won't have signal for 2 days. It's like, what? And it's gone on for like 6 months every other week. I'm like, I called them up being like, what maintenance are you doing? Why are you doing maintenance every other week for like 2 or 3 days? And they just put you on hold for ages, like, oh, I don't know, I'll find out for you. And you're on hold for like half an hour. And then they come back with just like no information. It's like, oh no, I don't know. It'll be fixed soon. It's like, what?
Invoices can be collected.
I work in tech, and I know that to me sounds like a serious problem that you've got, and you don't know how to fix it. Because that's what would happen if I was doing it.
Worked. Past tense.
You know, it seems odd you'd be doing that every other week.
Hasn't been employed here for some time now.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to be.
Benjamin, so they merged. Oh, what, from like mobile phone network? I used to be on O2, but like ages ago.
But then he decided to run off after a.
Probably like over 10 years ago.
I presume the miners have him.
I don't recall really ever having that many problems with it.
Plenty of cracks on this old rock, but at this point, it's probably for the best.
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him.
A lot of them use like the same network anyway.
Grateful.
Just this one time? I am all too aware that once one starts doing favors for the Trade Authority, it can be difficult to stop.
It's like, I think, like, was it Tesco Mobile? They just use O2. But for somehow it costs half the price.
Yes, not everything needs to be a transaction.
Which is just nuts. I suppose it's the same with EE now with their networks. They use BT, don't they?
Pique your interest.
BT lines.
Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Couldn't work in tech. Yeah. I'm starting to question my sanity in tech. CJ, hello. Have I beaten the game yet? No. I've been doing some of the side missions.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar is for devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, why don't you come here and tell me what's up?
Get to it. I'm trying to rank up. I need the skill points.
Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you
Same with the yeah. I think because it's BT, I think covers like they have like the best infrastructure because they've been doing it for so long. But like I know companies like I can't think of them now. You have all these smaller like internet network things where like when you take out an account, they send an engineer around and it's like a BT OpenReach engineer, you know. And you're like, what? Hold on.
Sorry, can't help you.
They like rent the lines from them, you know.
Stop. Even if I did know where he was, I'm not telling some stray I don't know from a... Huh. Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him.
I'm gonna test. I'll test the new Forza. Yeah.
You make that go away.
What's WRC? Is that a rally game?
And the rest of us devils and
World Rallycross, is that it?
To help a friend. That's good to hear. Now,
Big Davos, yo.
most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Crossing the Trade Authority could be perilous. There are real stakes here.
Didn't think. Yeah, no, I thought I'd give it a go.
Out there Dr. Walker.
I'll definitely get Forza. I'm not sure about the other one. I don't really know the other game.
The red eyes are some badge of honor, I take it?
And there's a lot of games coming out, so I'll see if I can fit it in. If there's something like way more popular, I'll probably play that instead. But
Good.
if it comes out similar time to Forza, I'll be playing Forza.
Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away.
I don't really venture too much into racing games. Forza's about pretty much as far as I go. Forza on Need for Speed.
It should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking
I did play the F1, but it's not really my thing.
Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research.
I had the absolute shock horror. I went to the pub like not last weekend, the weekend before, to watch football. I walk in the pub, right, and it's like super busy in there, so I'm like, oh wow, it's busy in here. I get a drink and stuff, sit down, and I look up, and I just realise every TV there's Formula 1 on. And it's like the game starts in 1 minute, right? And I'm just like, there's like some sort of F1 race? This is why everyone's here. I'm like, oh no, this is no. I'm not a fan of like that. I don't really not that bothered by F1. But I'm stuck at this pub. I just bought a drink as well. I'm like, oh no, the F1. I'm gonna miss football. I was like, I can't believe it. But I managed to persuade one of the bartenders to put it on, and they put it on like this small TV and upstairs in like the corner. They put the football on for me. I was like, thanks. Unlock master. Oh, I haven't got that skill. I can't do it. Never been a fan of football, causes too many problems. Use up in Scotland. Right? I think I remember. Times have changed. Years ago I'd be big in there. Yeah. No, I thought everyone was there to watch football, but they weren't. I don't really... It doesn't happen much, though. But, I mean, there's F1 races, like, every weekend, right? Like, I don't know if that was just some sort of special race or something. I don't really know. Yeah, Celtic and Rangers. It's the same down where I am, Portsmouth and Southampton. Like, that's a big problem, but they don't play each other much or haven't in recent years, so... But, like, the football I watch is normally, like, I'll be watching Tottenham play, so, like, no one down here really cares. But, like, whenever Southampton Portsmouth play, it's a massive problem, but they're not even in the same leagues. They, like, rarely be in the same leagues for that. They usually cross over leagues where, like, one's going up, one's going down. Although they did meet in the... I think they met in the FA Cup, like... What was that? Was that like 2 or 3 years ago now? And that was like a massive thing. It's kind of like a similar hatred to like Celtic Rangers. I mean, Celtic Rangers is like world renowned. That's definitely worse, but it's pretty bad. Portsmouth Southampton as well. They like really hate each other. And I think Southampton won 4-0 that game. Battered them. Ted Lasso, I've not seen that. The comedy thing. So, I've just realised we're actually on Mars. Oh no, we've got to go to Mars. Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s, definitely it was worse. It's not. It's still quite bad, but I wasn't around in the 70s or 80s, but from how I been to a lot of games, and it doesn't seem as bad now. What is good? It's just making me go back. I can't do it. Because you had all the football firms, didn't you, and stuff, which I guess still exist, but I think it's just way not as bad. I'm stuck on this mission though. I can't go in because I've not got the skill. All right, well, looks like we're doing another one. It was, didn't Rangers and Celtic play each other recently? They did, didn't they? There was some controversial thing, wasn't there? I thought I saw, was it VAR or something? It was 1-0. I'm not sure, I can't quite remember. The 90s, yeah, 1989, you're just a little bit older than me. 1991.
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay.
I do find sometimes the Derby games, aside from the like violence of it, the actual history of it, I find quite, you know, I find that interesting.
Never ever go outside the city walls.
I should be on the guard if we venture outside the city.
Hey,
The
how have you
Ashtar
been? Staying out of trouble?
I remember when it was like a pre-season game. It was, I think, Arsenal Man United in America or something, doing like a pre-season friendly. And there was, in America, it looks like they don't split the fans. Like, obviously in England, the fans are split. And if, for example, you're in the other end and you're like being an idiot, like if you're cheering when the other team, like they'll just remove you. Like I've seen people get removed. In America, I think you can just go wherever you want. I don't think they're split. And there was Arsenal and Man United fans fighting each other in like America, but obviously they were like American fans, I guess, not English. I was like, why are these guys fighting each other? It's so wild. Just like beating each other up on a pre-season friendly. Like what's going on?
I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kind of, I don't know, pushed him over the edge.
They like live the other side of the world. I found that. I was like, what am I watching here? What?
He's out there at least 4.5 times as frequently.
It's not even a league game.
Something else going on. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? All broken up about it, I'm sure.
History, Rangers. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
And there's the headache. That woman, I swear.
I know there's like the big history thing supposedly with the Ports of Southampton one is that obviously Portsmouth and Southampton are really close, but they're also both big docks. Like, less so now. Southampton is still a massive dock for like commercial dock, and I think Portsmouth is more military now. Well, no, it definitely is more military now, but supposedly back in the day, like Portsmouth, what was it, like Portsmouth dock workers all went on strike and Southampton workers all came in to like basically fill in the work, which then I think put Portsmouth workers out of like a job basically. That's like apparently like where it all started. Which is like that story just always comes around.
There's a bigger Ashton out there. Something meaner than what we've seen so far. I have to know.
But like no one actually knows if that's the real thing or not, but that's the story.
Just come with me then. Either I get an extra gun in a fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. Alright. You know, Keone showed me her data.
Didn't I do this mission already? I thought I did this mission yesterday.
Got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something.
Yeah, he gets attacked. We did this yesterday, didn't I?
But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right. It's just a glitch.
Oh damn! I didn't mean to press it.
Alright, here we are. Let's head. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently.
Could this guy walk any faster?
We get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botanists. Warning, don't get through to them. He drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashton big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listening.
Been having fun in the game. I have been, yeah. It's been good.
Maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago.
What is going on?
No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Defeat. Oh god. Oh, I mean, that was the easiest thing ever. This is like a low mission, like a mission that I've had for ages, so I'm guessing I'm just a higher rank. But it's gonna be harder than that. After all of that.
I didn't think we were gonna make it through
I need to switch my aircon on, hang on.
If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
We were here specifically to ensure you remain standing.
It's 30 degrees in my room.
You are something else, you know that? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this.
Techland has become like Activision.
We need to track them and keep them out of populated areas.
Techland, what's that?
Plan is gonna need everybody. So I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't
game?
an error and that she needs to focus on it.
Dying Light.
Oh, don't worry about me. Thanks again for saving my ass.
Gotta switch my rub it in. I don't have proper aircon, it's like a portable thing, but it's decent. Is it hot up where you are? It's really hot down here. I tell you, the aircon thing though, it's changed my life. Having to be stuck at a computer like all day, it's honestly life changing. I would definitely recommend. So it's like a portable one where you can put a hose out the window. So it's so much better at night, and you know, when you're trying to sleep and stuff. You can switch it on for like half an hour, and it just like cools the room so much. 28 today. That is hot. It was like, here it's been like 30, 31, so a little bit hotter, but 28 is still pretty hot. How much does it cost to run? Not much. I don't really have it on like all day. What I'll do is I'll like put it on for half an hour and it cools it enough for like, you know, most of the day. A lot of the time, it depends. There are loads of different powers of them though.
So, I was right. My data was accurate.
So like some, the ones that are more powerful are designed to cool like a bigger room.
Really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake.
There are like different measurements. I forget what the measurement is. It's like 8,000 something, 10,000, and it's based on the size of the room. So obviously the lower, the smaller the room, the less power you technically would need. The smaller one you could get, you know.
Don't worry.
Which yeah, my one doesn't really use that much, but I don't have it on like 24/7.
I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting,
And I haven't actually really been using it that much until the last kind of like, was it last 3 or 4 days where it's got really hot again.
I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you again.
It's hot in Ireland, is it? It's because I'm not there anymore. If I was there, it'd just be raining. Cool day in LA. Yeah, I mean, it barely ever rains in LA, doesn't it?
Do not want to go outside.
Having a look at that VRAM as well, it's looking about the same. Pretty much almost the same as all the other cards at 4K. I think we had slightly more in the XTX, didn't we? Like 11, 11 and a half. They make it so you can only 500 bundle. Yeah, but what are you? What they sell? No. Are we all right? I've not had that happen to me in a while. I think we're back, but like, yeah, but I had to just quickly restart my PC. I got like that. All my screens went black. Not good. I don't know if is it working now? Oh no. Alright, I think it's working. Oh, when's it saved? It works fine on your PS5. But does your PS5 have a 7800 XT though?
Yes?
Oh no, it's put me back here. No, I can't do this. I can't do the mission. No. Did it not autosave? Oh, it didn't. No way. It didn't autosave after I Should we do a main mission? You know what? Screw it, let's do it. It didn't save after I killed that thing. When you say that PS5 thing, for some reason, you know what just absolutely triggers me? I don't know why it does, but whenever I play with a GPU and someone just says like, I have like, say I have issues with something, someone just says, well, I have that and it works fine for me. For some reason, it just triggers me. I find it so annoying. When people are like, oh, I've got a 7900 XTX as well and it works fine for me. It's like, well, how is that? It's just not helping. I'm like having an absolute disaster. I'm having a nightmare of a time and someone's just like, well, I've got one and it works fine for me. It's like, you're just kicking me whilst I'm down. It just triggers me, I don't know why. Your PS5 comment just... It didn't trigger me, but it reminded me. Where am I supposed to be going? The eye. Can change the autosave. Yeah, it's normally quite a lot though. It does it quite frequently on mine. Well, like the time load between the autosaves then. How do I see settings? The time between the autosave was like really long. 10 minutes. It should have set. It should have. Wait, what does that mean? Enables an autosave when pausing the game after the specified time. Oh, okay, well it didn't save then because I didn't pause it, I guess. The worst is when you Google an issue, 90% of the replies are minus. Yeah, that's literally the same thing though. It's just like, I don't... It would be more helpful to hear just like someone, if someone was like, oh, it works fine for me, but you could try this. Like, that would be fine. You know what I mean? Like, then at least they're helping you. Someone's trying to help, but like, what? I don't understand the reply of that. It's just so like, I don't care about your problem, but mine's fine. It's like, you know, what do you mean by that comment? It's like, are you trying to help me or trying to make me feel better about the situation? It's like someone, it's like you break your leg and you go up to someone else and you're like, my leg's broken, I don't, you know, what should I do about it? And the person turns around and says, well, both my legs are fine, so... Both my legs are fine, don't know what you're talking about.
I need you wearing caution's boots for this one. No telling what this thing is or why it's so large. Going to send you the mark close as I can, but I'm having trouble pinpointing the source. You'll need to explore the area on foot. Put your scanner to work. Don't know what you'll find.
Used to bother you on PS5. I was thinking about getting a PS5. I kind of want to play the Spider-Man game.
And from there,
I thought maybe I could stream it as well.
Uncover the source of it all.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your... I have things I wish to discuss with you.
Try this. Yeah, at least though, I'd prefer some sort of like actual. Even if someone's suggesting something to try, like I much prefer that because then at least you've got, you know, you've got some direction of, oh, okay, I could try this. But just being like, well, I've got it and it works flawlessly for me. It's like there's just nothing there to take from it. It's like, oh, okay, great, yeah, I'm really happy for you. Thanks for rubbing it in. Oh god, you can't fast travel. This right here does by heading as well. You can't fast travel whilst it's docked. Like, so I've got to go through this cutscene, wait for it to detach. Okay, now I can fast travel. It's like, what? It's just like, I can fast travel in any other situation, but I can't do it there. But I've got to watch the undocking cutscene every time. Last of Us 2, yeah, that would be good actually. I could play that too. I think I'm having a heart attack. I don't know my heart working for. Yeah. Open the hand scanner and look for distortions in your field of view. Maybe it's just, maybe I think about those things a bit differently, because in my job, like, my job is to, like, actually look at things. If someone came to me saying, like, there's a problem with this, I can't just be like, well, I've ran it and it's fine. You know, like, that would just be an insane thing to say as a software engineer. Like, well, I ran it on my PC and it was fine. It's like, you know, like, if someone's come to me and be like, it's not working here, you've got to look at it, you know? Even if it looked fine on mine, I want to try and work out what's going wrong. Like, why is it not working on theirs, you know? That part of my brain's like, well, we've got to figure this out. Oh! She just one-shot that thing. You should respond to every email for it. I'll be in a board meeting by the end of the day. Thing is I couldn't actually live with myself though if I was actually doing that. That would just drive me nuts to actually do it, like saying that. My curiosity would be like, well, I want to know. I want to know what was going on.
You see the temperature readings, yes?
What was it that I was looking for? Follow distortions on the scanner. Okay. The graphics on... Yeah, I imagine the graphics on part 2 are good. Because on part 1 they're really good. But yeah, I don't know. Should I? I'd have to try and maybe get the digital edition because that's cheaper. But I could do Spider-Man 2. Which I think comes out in October. I think Modern Warfare 3 as well, like, beta comes out earlier on PlayStation, doesn't it? Than PC. I think it's like a week or two earlier. Sound engineer said naturally everything's off. Yeah, I can imagine it. Similar for me. I've worked a majority of jobs more data side, data focused. And like everything that happens is always database issue, you know, even though it isn't. It's like, oh, this isn't working. Oh, it must be a database problem.
This is what we've been looking for. Is this?
Whoa, look at this. Look at this. What gun has she got? It wrecks. How do I get in? Do you reckon I go up or do you reckon I go down? It looks like some sort of... Oh no! Down, you reckon? Down here. Oh, this is it. What? All of that faffing around. Techland has become terrible. Yeah, but what did you might have answered, but I can't see it in the comments. What are they charging for, though? Oh, whoa. Are they charging for DLC or something? What are they charging? We're supposed to float up.
Those rings, are they moving? They seem to react to us.
Like, what are they charging for in Dying Light 2? What have I got to do? Dying Light points. What does that give you, though? Oh, is that like in-game currency? Where you can then just use it to buy stuff in-game? I got boost as well. Do I dare fly into that? Oh my god, I'm inside. I'm inside it. Oh, there's another one. I fly through. What was that? Equip new power. Open. What was that? Data? Oh, powers. Anti-gravity. How do I use that? Press Z.
We need to get back to the lodge.
What does that do then for me? Not quite sure what that does. Does it just send all the enemies up or something? If there was enemies in that area. Make enemies float, okay. I thought maybe it'd make me float if I ran into it, but... I'll try it out. That's a plant. I thought that was an enemy. Where were they? There's my victim. What was it? Zed. How do I push him away? Do I need another power? They're all sleeping. That's a shame. She's sniping them all. That is pretty cool. I want to know what weapon she has. Shreds. Jedi, a little bit, yeah.
Any adventure you can fly away from.
How many hours a day do I play?
If you are free soon,
Not that much. 3 hours. I'm on what, 2.5 hours at the moment. Usually do like 2 or 3 hours. And I've got to work.
nothing else. If you are free soon, could we talk? What did you need?
All my stuff's still in here.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tale. An entire building generating a signature just like the artifact.
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it?
Undo what?
Come on. Let's see. Show the words another time then.
What have I got to do?
Need to see what happened to you for myself. Ever run the scholars on the Centaurus Proclamation? The original treaty that gave every human the right to colonize the stars? Stolen by some fool's joke of a Crimson Fleet rook looking to trade names to Captain. Sight to see pinned above my chair, like the whole settled systems was mine for the taking. Time dances its years forward, and I'd retired. That's when our own Sarah Morgan walks into the tale. Fire in her eyes and her head full of intel I thought I had spent the labor's efforts burying. Of course, I didn't have the Centaurus proclamation just lounging in my pockets. Belonged to the ship and her new captain. In the
Tracker, see you later, dude.
behind. Tipped your ear long enough, but the short line of it, Sarah and I returned the treaty to the rightful owners, and I decided to hang around, lend an old pirate's wisdom to the mission.
I'm not sure what I've got to do.
Place the thoughts with you later.
He did say, he said what to do, but... What's my mission saying? Oh, use it in front of him. Press it, yeah, I've got to use it in front of him.
Everyone saw that, right?
Somehow the people are fine.
Gift from the heavens. And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. So we have
How do I feel about this game? I think it's good. I enjoyed it.
But we do not understand the connections. We need additional information.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory, there might be one temple for each. But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time. Don't think it's just fortune's left that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow. Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
Oh, whoa, I got almost 12,000 for that.
I hope you are satisfied with the orders available to you.
Let's see how many credits I've got. That's that one done. Do need to rank up more though, because there's loads of planets over here. Like we've got, that's level 55. I'm nowhere near level 70. I'm nowhere near these levels. I'm assuming 70 is the highest, maybe. Looks like it is.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Got a full-on fleet here.
I wish to speak to you.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Yes. What?
And I think probably what I'll do, I think I might have a look at Cyberpunk tomorrow on this card, see how it does.
There you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC System. Glad
Probably
to
do
have you
1440p though, shouldn't I?
I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. Dismissed.
Hey.
Who else have I got to talk to?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Let me know if you need anything else.
Hello. Excuse me.
Yes?
Get me back in that lift. Oh no. Oh no. Did I survive it? It did, yeah. Wonder what happens if I talk to her. Oh my god.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. You seem to be
She must be exhausted. This guy's just looking up. What is going on?
Vanguard.
Howdy.
What's this, a prison? We got prison on here. Prison with no one in it.
Good to be back in our own ship. If you are free, sir.
Undock. What's all the junk? It's all my stuff. Just chucking it about. The cargo's full, the cargo hold, so I just gotta chuck it all about. You'll see it dispersed through most of the universe. On the, you know, on certain planets, there's just stuff everywhere. That I've just had to chuck. Oh no, not this again. Oh no, okay, it's a different
If
one.
you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If the Trade Authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger.
I need to try to either
here before you see
increase the
security
storage space or sell the stuff, but I don't actually know where you sell stuff.
I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
And it just means when you're carrying too much,
You know, it's funny.
your guy just runs out of oxygen like so quickly. It gets really annoying, so I just chuck the
Just
stuff.
demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Have my attention. I would like a chance to talk to you.
A friend offered me a nice cushy offer.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay.
Alright, chill.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt.
Aki, hello. You got a 7800 XT, nice.
Either way, I want that money back.
Hope it works better on CPU. What is it? 5900. Should be fine with that CPU.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos.
I don't see why that wouldn't be would be a
Don't worry,
problem.
you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable looking guy in the entire place.
I just think I need to go. It's not easy.
Where do we go now? If you don't care about DLSS, well, AMD will have FSR3 soon, so they'll have frame generation as well.
Horus is good people, but I prefer Choi's line of thinking. We gotta...
Something I can help you with? Adler Camp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Adler. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah? What the heck do you want me to do, then? Huh? Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know?
Hand it over.
This man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
What games? Why are you doing this to me?
Try and persuade him. I'm normally terrible at it, but go for the.
Sure.
Oh, look at that. 2 out of 2.
Ask for a 7-day shift.
2 out of 4, I mean.
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I might be able to
One more.
cash in a few of my Deimos shares. Oh,
What?
Come on. This isn't about money.
Damn it.
It's about making an example out of me. Ah. I know Adler's paying you to lean on me. So, you're just doing your job. But I swear, I've got nothing left. Okay? If I give you the last of my credits, my family starves. I can't afford to do that. I won't do that.
I just attack him. I don't want to pay 3,000. He's getting it.
Get away from me!
Oh my god, he's going after the woman. What the hell? Oh. Whose idea was this? What? A little kid. Marie, Alex, thanks for subscribing. This is so sad. I'm not going to pay 3,000 for him. I didn't realize. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think every single person was going to start on me. I don't really know what I do now. You know, like, everyone's on me now. Just shoot my way off. Oh my god. I don't know where the woman is. The hell am I? Detonation. What was that? Another ship here. If I can nick it. Ah, inaccessible. It wants me to go back in. Do you think it's safe? I'll hide the gun. There she is. Do you think I can go back in? Right, everyone relax. No, I can't. Get no. Oh god. Oh, they all just sat in there. Oh no. This is bad. I've got a grenade. I'm not sure I'm going to be returning to this planet anytime soon. How come some of the guys that I can't loot? There's one more guy. Right, get me off here. Any planets on... Oh, we were on Mars. We've just absolutely messed up stuff on Mars. Absolutely messed them up. Oh, on them selling it? Yeah, I've just pretty much most of the cards sold out, really. I mean, 4090 sold out within 20 minutes, and that's, I wouldn't really say that's consumer friendly. AMD, like with some of their releases, they don't deploy all of their stock and stuff. They withhold stock a lot of the time, which can be quite annoying. They did it with the 7950X 3D. They like took all the pre-orders and then withheld like half the stock, so you had to then wait like 2 weeks to get it. In England, at least. I think in America they don't do it because it's like a bigger market, but they seem to do that in Europe for some reason. I don't really know why. Same they did with like the GRE GPU you can't get, and then the 7600X 3D as well is like limited to like you can only get like America and stuff. I don't know why they do it. I guess they're like guaranteed good sales. Maybe they know they'll get good sales there, so they just like they know it will sell there, so they just do it there. But it's just annoying because then it sells out really quick and there's still loads of people who can't get it, which I think is still really annoying. It's like disappointing that they do that. Only sold at Micro Center, exactly. It's just really annoying. Which, I don't know why they're worried about it selling. That seems like... popular cards, like you say, especially in the current market, like, I don't see why they would just go all out, you know, and have as much stock as possible, but... it's their chance now to make those sales, you know? Yeah, enemies. The light is kind of flickering here, is that... you see? I don't know if you can see that on the stream. I don't know how to play this. Can't actually really see. Get the turrets. There's so much sway. Alright, screw that. What's the FPS like in 1440p? Depends where you are. In the really demanding areas, so like if we're getting 40 FPS here, you're getting about 60, 65 in 1440p. Probably 20 to 30 FPS more. I can't jump it. Why can't I jump that? We're up. What's that guy doing? Floating? Where did you go? How many left? 3 left. Am I over encumbered? I think I am. Yep. Look at that. See, this is the issue. Ooh. What might now? 189, we're good. Okay, I'll see you later, dude. Will I test 1440p? I did it already. We did it already for a little bit. probably do a video if I can get time. But if we did look at it. I'll do a video where it's like I can do 4K, 1440p and 1080p. Right, I've got to head off, guys. It's been fun though. I'll probably gonna check Cyberpunk out tomorrow on this and see how that does. It's actually be interesting to see. It's not going to do very well with ray tracing. I already kind of know that, but we can check it out. So yeah, I'll do the same time tomorrow if you're around. Drop in, we can check that out. But yeah, have a good evening. I'll catch you tomorrow.